Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to my videos. I'm Dzaikra Zahran. I'm a student in Senior High School 2 Mojokerto, absent number 19. I'm in 10 Science 6. So today I'm gonna give you a story. Well, maybe you have known this story because it is one of the most famous legend in Indonesia. It is about something like family or maybe love and everything. And the story is called Ande Ande Lumut. So without any further ado, let's get to the point. Okay, so long time ago in East Java, there stood twin kingdoms, Jenggala and Kediri. The kingdoms were once united under Kahuripan Kingdom. To avoid war, the kingdoms decided to reunite through a marriage of the king's children. They were Raden Panji Asmarabangun and Dewi Sekartaji. One day, Jenggala was attacked by a large number of people. When the war broke out, Dewi Sekartaji ran away and hid out in the desolate village. There she met a wealthy widow called Nyai Intan. Nyai Intan had three beautiful daughters, Kelenting Abang, Kelenting Ijo, and Kelenting Biru. Then Nyai Intan took Dewi Sekartaji as her child and gave her a name Kelenting Kuning. Kelenting Kuning, as a good girl, you must do all the housekeeping and cooking in the house, while I and my lovely daughters will go to the market. Bye, said Nyai Intan. Kelenting Kuning was more like a servant than a child. Nyai Intan and her daughters often scolded her and treated her badly. In the meantime, in Jenggala, Panji Asmarabangun with his soldiers were looking for his wife, Dewi Sekartaji. Then, in one afternoon, a soldier came up for him. I have good news for you, Your Highness, reported the man. Did you find anything? Asked the prince. I saw a girl that looked like a princess, Your Highness, in a small village, but I'm not sure yet that she was her because she was only a village girl who worked for a rich widow. In the next few days, Panji Asmarabangun and his soldiers decided to go to Dadapan, a village that not far from where Kelenting Kuning lived. Under the name of Ande Ande Lumut, Panji Asmarabangun stayed in the modest house of an old widow called Mbok Randa. He soon announced to the people that he was holding a contest to find a wife. Kelenting Abang, Kelenting Ijo, and Kelenting Biru were so happy to hear that. They dressed up as beautiful as possible to win the prince's heart. We should always look pretty, sister. Mother will be glad if one of us becomes a princess, said Kelenting Abang. On the due day, the girls seemed ready. They put on their best dresses and jewelry. When they were wearing their makeup, Kelenting Kuning came up to him. Wow, girls, you look so beautiful, said her. Hi, Kelenting Kuning. Do you want to take part in the contest too? Asked Kelenting Abang. That is unlikely. You don't even have a dress. You certainly cannot go out there in such a terrible look. Look at you, mocked Kelenting Ijo. Ha ha ha, that's right. You cannot go to the contest. You would better stay home and finish your job. Go, do the laundry, shouted Kelenting Biru while pointing at a pile of their dirty clothes. Kelenting Kuning took the dirty clothes and went to a nearby river. She actually didn't want to go to the contest because she loved her husband so much, Raden Panji Asmarabangun. Suddenly, a bird approached her. It talked like a human and grabbed a whip in its feet. Oh, princess, quickly, go to the contest in Dadapan. There you will meet your husband. Take this whip. You may need it, said the bird, putting the whip on the stone next to Klenting Kuning. Klenting Kuning rushed back home and dressed up for the contest. By that time, Nyai Intan and her three daughters reached the bank of Bengawan Solo River. But they could not get across a river that deep and wide. Mother, how can we get across? Asked Klenting Ijo in confusion. Yes, mother, what do we do now? Added Klenting Biru. Wait, look at that. What is that? Said Klenting Abang. Suddenly, a giant crab floated above the stream. They didn't know that the crab was Yuyu Kangkang, Ande Lumut's henchman assigned to test the participants. Yuyu Kangkang would help them to cross the river if they kissed him. You know, Klenting Abang and her two sisters agreed. One by one, they kissed the crab. After that, Yuyu Kangkang told them to get on his back and took them across the river. Not long afterwards, Klenting Kuning showed up at the river bank. Do you need help, girl? Asked Yuyu Kangkang. Can you get me across this river? Asked Klenting Kuning. Ha ha ha! I can do that, but I have a condition. I want you to kiss me. What? Impossible! I don't want to kiss you because I have a husband, refused her. Klenting Kuning lashed the stream with her whip, making the river water dwindle. Hey, don't be angry. Well, get on my back. I will take you across and even to Dadaban village. Thank you, sir. In Mbok Randa house, the ladies showed off their beauties in front of Ande Lumut, but he did not seem impressed by any of them. Nyai Intan went forward and got on her knees before the prince. Take one of my daughters, prince. They are all beautiful, aren't they? Nyai Intan begged. They are indeed charming, but I am not going to pick any of them, said Ande Lumut. Quartz, lead that lady in yellow dress here, commanded him, referring to Klenting Kuning. Am I your highness? Said Klenting Kuning. I will take you as wife. Will you say yes? Asked the prince. Everyone in the place was surprised. Moreover, Nyai Intan and her daughters. I'm sorry, your highness. Why do you pick that reckless woman instead of my daughters? Asked Nyai Intan. Nyai Intan, just because you know why I don't choose your daughters. It is because they have been disgraced by Yuyu Kangkang, the giant crab. I picked this lady because she is still clean. She refused to kiss the crab. Afterwards, Ande Lumut revealed to Klenting Kuning who he really was. So they went back to the palace and lived happily ever and after. Okay guys, the story ends. So what we can learn from the story? Okay, as a good human, we have to keep our honor and never do a cruel thing. For moreover, to your brothers, to your sisters, to your family, and to all people in this world, you cannot disgrace all of them. We must be giving some respects to other of your people, other family, even your own family, even your own parents, and so on. So, well, this is my story. Thanks for your attention and see you next time. Bye bye.